What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. As always, it's a beautiful Sunday, even though I'm not going to be releasing this episode on Sunday. Beautiful number, episode 28. We have our wonderful guest here, Tyler. And before I chop it up with him, Bengals just came off an amazing win, so life is good as always. And he's going to say Jets, probably a million freaking times. But I just want to announce a few things. First of all, if you actually do pay attention to my podcast a lot, I really appreciate you. Hats off to you. I am pulling down the Fudge Effect page / podcast off of Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Don't worry, it's coming back. The only thing is that I switched over to a different podcasting brand. And so now I will be having video on Spotify. So if you're interested in still watching it, just you don't like YouTube all that much, you will be able to listen as you normally do, but there also will be video incorporated in Spotify episodes as well. Now that we got out the way, Tyler, how we doing, buddy?
I'm living the dream, man. Another day, another dollar, right?
Oh my God, you're telling me.
Yeah, I mean, to start off,
Okay.
Jets. I will say, tough game. I'm not like the biggest avid Jets fan ever, but like, you know, you gotta root for the lovable losers, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's like the Cubs of football.
Okay.
It's like the Cubs of football.
How did you become a Jets fan? I remember we talked about this when I said, why don't you just go for it, be a Jets fan? But when did that?
So I would say, like, I have a really good friend, and he is an avid Jets fan. He does not shut up about the Jets.
Okay.
Love the kid to death, but he just does not shut up about the Jets.
Yeah.
You definitely know who I'm talking about.
Yep.
And yeah, he just doesn't shut up. So it's more of just like I've heard it so much that I've become a fan of him now.
Yeah.
Like, I know everybody on the team just because he just talks about him.
Have you never had a football team growing up?
So when I was like, I don't know, I want to say like middle school.
Yeah.
Like, I was a big Giants fan because, you know, they were good.
Okay.
You know, the Super Bowls when they beat Brady, you know, the catch, helmet catch, everything. My dad grew up in New York, so he was always a, you know, New York guy, but it's always been Yankees.
Okay.
And he kind of went back and forth with Jets, Giants, and then I stopped watching football for a little bit, and now I'm kind of getting back into it, and Jets.
I've never really talked with you as a diehard fan of a sport.
Yeah.
Like, we've never, like, you might be one of the only few people I know that might know most of the players in any team in any sport because of the oh my God.
I'm waiting for it.
Oh my God.
Come on, you know what it is.
Oh my God, I'm blanking.
P?
Sporkle?
Sporkle. There we go.
Sporkle.
Dude, Sporkle.
Yeah, this guy is like if you were to equate like an old ass guy who just does crosswords every day with a freaking, you're 21, right?
Yeah.
So a 21-year-old in that light, it's this guy in Sporkle. This guy, you're not gonna. It is impossible to go a whole week without him seeing at least do it 5 times. Five different ones.
At least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What got you into that?
So,
and it seems like everyone has their own comfort thing.
Absolutely.
Comfort song, comfort blanket, whatever.
Yeah.
Comfort food.
Yeah.
For you, it seems like Sporkle was that thing.
Yeah.
How did you get into that?
And
break it down as to what it is, because not everyone knows what it is.
So Sporkle is a website. You know, you do it on your phone. It's not really that good on your phone.
Yeah.
But mostly on a computer or a laptop or something. And it's a quiz website.
Yeah.
So millions of quizzes. I mean, if you're a sports head, you watch YouTube and you know, you follow a lot of YouTubers who do sports. They'll do like the quizzes just to test their knowledge and their fandom of like a certain thing. So Sporkle, you type in answers or you click answers or whatever. It's just a big quiz site.
Yeah.
And I found that in like middle school, maybe. I've been doing it for so long that like I don't even know where I found it. It's like, it's a great,
just something that just came to you.
Yeah, because like I always liked to learn things.
Right.
And getting a score with it. Like, I never really liked test taking in school, but like it's like relaxing.
Yeah.
It's relaxing to me because I do things that I like to do on there. Like, I'll do baseball for, you know, because I freaking love baseball. It's like my thing. I'm not very good at it.
Whiz.
I'm not very good at it, but you know, I just know like the ins and outs of it, and I know records, numbers, stats,
Yeah.
the whole thing. I'll do geography, anything. You'll go to Sporkle, and you'll find a quiz on anything. So it passes the time.
No,
it's awesome.
That's great. As a quick question for you, as a Yankees fan.
Yeah.
Okay, I know they had a rough patch earlier in the year, but I know Judge he tied Ruth, which is incredible.
At this point in time, he's got 60.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Currently. I mean, do they play today? Do they play
today?
They do.
They play Sunday night, Yankees Red Sox.
I've been tuned into every Judge at bat since 60. I want to see it because I was sleeping during Pujols getting sent him out. Did you see it?
I was up for it. I was
knocked. I woke up and I saw everyone's story 700, El Machina. I'm like, bro, come on.
Yeah, I forgot where I was for that. How many days ago was that?
2? I think 2 nights ago.
So that's what, Friday?
Yeah.
Friday night. Oh, I was at a bonfire.
Yeah. So that happened. I've been paying attention to Judge. So I know, obviously, every at bat, everyone's expecting him to just hit for power, hit a dinger, which is a lot of pressure.
So I don't know if you saw the other night. Sorry to
no, you're good. No, you're good.
The other night, Yankees Red Sox were tied 4-4.
The fly out to center field. Oh my god!
Cameraman had me fucked up.
Yeah.
All right, like he got me with the cross. I was like, dude, this is gone. It was 113 off the bat.
Yep.
You're telling me that's not getting out?
Yeah, and it was in New York too, right?
Yeah, but the best part about it is like, even when he came up to bat, you saw everybody in the stands. They were standing up.
Yeah.
Like that's what you watch the game for. And it's any sport.
And this is another historic baseball season,
Absolutely.
no doubt. And this is why I think baseball's coming back again.
Everyone's
saying it's boring, but I got pulled in. I'm a fan again.
Absolutely.
I found my love for baseball. Now, I don't nearly know as much as I can, and I think I will in the future.
Yeah.
But I'm invested. It's fun. It's nice. I can't watch every single game.
Yeah.
Just like the NBA, when there's that many games, it doesn't. You don't get that feeling that every game matters. You just don't, unless you're a true diehard, where it'll just ruin your day. But I will say, when I do watch a game, I'm hooked.
Yeah, and I mean, like the thing for me is, ADHD. That is what I have. That kind of like sums me up because I'm like always doing multiple things at once. I can't just be sitting still. And like with baseball, I don't have to sit there and watch it the whole time. I can do something else while I'm watching it.
Yeah.
And when I hear like a big crack of the bat or a cheer, I'll look up and be like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
So like it's a great sport for me. I mean, I grew up playing it, grew up watching it. My dad, avid Yankees fan, like I said before, and yeah.
So as the Yankees have the 1 seed, like, what are your thoughts going into the playoffs?
I don't know.
Do you think they got a real shot?
I don't know if they have the
No, not the 1 seed. Excuse me. They're number 1 in their division.
Yes,
but they did clinch a playoff spot.
They did,
right?
Yes. Yeah.
So
I knew they were getting like right at the halfway mark. First half of the season, they were cruising.
Yeah.
Cruising. They only lost like 20-something
And then
games.
there was that point, I think it was right before Gallo got traded, right?
Right after the All-Star break, they plummeted. They just started.
So bad.
They started sucking, and it was ridiculous. It was just like, it didn't seem like the same team that I was watching in the first half. And I'm like, dude, what is going on? But now, like, of late, they're turning it up. Like, the new guys, the September call-ups have been kicking ass, taking names, and
one of them's Cabrera, right?
Cabrera,
dude, he's a beast.
He's a dog. I mean, his average not crazy. It's not anything to be like, oh my god, this guy's the next thing. But I mean, he's driving in runs. He's putting the ball in play. That's what you got to do. You got to make the defense work. But yeah, I mean, bullpen troubles have been.
Do you think they'll be good enough to go the distance?
So, me, as a Yankees fan, my favorite team was 2017. So it was like a team full of misfits, all right?
Yep.
And they had my favorite player, Didi Gregorius.
Yep.
Love that guy. He's not even on a team right now, but I loved him. That team just had heart. They were, like I said, a team of misfits, and they ended up going to the ALCS and only being 1 game away from the World Series against the Astros, who were like a juggernaut that year.
That was when they cheated that year, right?
Yeah. That was the 2017 cheat year. Judge hit 52. That was his.
Was the scandal not found out until after they won, or was there something going on during that?
Yeah, so it wasn't found out till after they won. Actually, it was like 2 years after, because then guys were like coming out and saying like, "Oh, I was on this team and this was happening," but as they were leaving the team, like the contracts were done.
Oh wow, so
like,
they had nothing to lose.
They were just like, okay, whatever.
Wow,
like we won it already. They're not going to take it from us.
That's crazy.
Right? So that team, that specific team, I fell in love with because they were dogs. They were just hot at the right time.
Was Stanton still on the team? Was he on the team? Or was he still
Stanton
with Miami?
wasn't on that team. He was in Miami.
How long was he with Miami for?
Oh my goodness, he was there when they were still the Florida Marlins.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
that was the name.
But that's when and he used to go by Mike Stanton.
That's
go by
and
Mike
I did know that. I did know that. That's a long time
so,
ago.
yeah, that was
Jeez.
a while ago, but he was on their team for a while, but he didn't get good and consistently good. Like he was a home run or strikeout guy.
Yeah.
A lot. And then he just kept getting more consistent. In 2017, he had 59 home runs. And that's when he won MVP.
Stanton?
Yeah. He had 59.
59? I might have to watch those
59.
highlights. That's nuts.
Crazy, man.
That's ridiculous.
And it was his second half that really just kicked ass.
No, that's actually nuts.
It was crazy. And I remember seeing that. I was like, oh, is he going to hit 60? And he didn't end up hitting 60, but and he almost didn't win the MVP that year.
Who was
Joey Votto was like right behind him because he had like a crazy good on-base percentage.
Jeez.
And that's super valuable.
I know. I mean, Votto, he had that amazing year last year.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Old-timer.
Yeah. And I mean, Joey's great. He's an awesome player.
Yeah.
But like with that happen, so 2017 they didn't really have they didn't have stars. I mean, they had Judge who had the 52. He was a rookie. He broke the rookie record, but like they didn't have that it. So now comparing that to this team,
okay,
I'm sitting here. I was thinking like, a couple weeks ago, maybe even a month ago. I was like, is this a top 5 team? Like they started off so hot and like they were crazy, but even back then I wasn't like a sole believer because I'm like, you got Anthony Rizzo. He's not like the best first baseman, but he gets the job done. Judge is a top 10 player in baseball.
Yeah.
I mean, Garrett Cole shoves. He will get you a strikeout. He will win you games.
I'm not the biggest Garrett Cole fan.
It's either you like him or you don't.
Yeah.
He's very on and off, but like what he does is he balls out. He gets a lot of strikeouts. He's about to break the Yankees single season strikeout record.
Jeez.
So he may have done it already. I don't even know. But like just comparing those two teams, I felt the spark in 17.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, this team cannot lose. This year, I just don't.
Especially with the Judge contract situation looming. What are your thoughts on that? You think he's out of here, or what would it take? Let's say do you think if they made it to the ALCS, right? If I'm not mistaken, if they made it to that series, do you think he would stay? Would it have to be a deep run?
I've told people this time and time again. What I think is going to happen is if not saying when, I'm saying if.
Okay.
If the Yankees win it all, I think they let him walk. I think they let him walk.
Are you serious?
Absolutely.
Why?
They're going to be like, okay, thanks, you did your job. Because it's not the way that the old Yankees used to run. So the old Yankees are built on old money, right? They had like the original Steinbrenner, who used to be the owner of the Yankees, bread, moolah.
Okay.
A lot of dinero. And he would just buy every player he could to make his team a World Series team. That's why they have 27.
Yep.
Now it's under new ownership. It's his son. It's a little bit stingier. And it's a little harder to get guys to the Yankees now because they're pinned as like the evil empire still. And nobody wants to play for the bad guys.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, I don't think they're going to throw the money. If they win, they're going to be like, okay, thanks.
Okay, but if they win, then wouldn't they want to go back to back? And
you would think, right? But they have all that young talent, like Cabrera, Peraza, Dominguez.
Okay.
That
but
young
none of them
kid.
are hitting 60 home runs, are they?
No, none of them are going to hit 60 home runs. This is true. I don't want him to leave, but it's whether or not the Yankees will throw that money on him.
Yeah. And if they don't, where do you think he'd go? You think he's going to Boston?
No. I mean, I don't want him to, but I honestly don't think he will, because the thing with Boston,
Dodgers?
No, they don't have enough money.
Okay.
Because they have Freeman, They have Betts. They have Bellinger. They have Turner.
Yeah, but the thing
Turner's
is
walking,
I know there's
but-
a luxury tax, but
Yankees don't care about the luxury
I heard
tax.
I heard the owner has. So I heard the owner would be willing to spend the bread.
So luxury tax is just a penalty. Like, nobody cares about luxury tax.
yeah,
Like, Yankees have been in it since, like...
and that's why the Dodgers have always had a loaded team.
Yeah. Well, at least in the last 10 years.
Yeah.
Because before that, they were kind of ass. Not going to lie.
Okay.
They were ass. Like, they didn't have a lot to go around. Like, the last time they were actually good was, like, in the 80s. So, like, before now.
Right.
Where they're on their long dynasty stretch.
Okay.
So, teams like that, like old money, Dodgers, Giants, Cardinals, Yankees, Red Sox, like they're not, well, take the Red Sox out of that because they're scared to go in the luxury tax. But those other teams are not scared to go in the luxury tax because they're just like, okay, we have so much money that it doesn't even matter.
Okay, so if they're not cutting it.
So
what would you say? What do you think the top 5 candidates would be if you were to guess, or maybe top 3?
So yeah, like those teams I said, I say Yankees. Obviously, he could definitely
Yankees?
re-sign.
Okay.
I think the next best option for him is the Giants because it's a team he can build his own structure around. They don't really have a star.
Right.
They don't have a single star. Posey's gone. Their whole 3 championship and 5-year team is gone. So now he can start over, Bay Area, there. After that, like it's tough to cough up that money. So I'd even say like a losing team.
Yeah.
Like teams that just have a low payroll.
One of my buddies is a Royals fan, and
No shot. No shot.
And they were saying the Royals would be stupid enough to pay Judge.
That's low market, but he's not going there. I don't
Yeah.
think they have the money for it.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
I will say, it's crazy how you can just dissect one player
Yeah.
in sports and just be able to talk about him for so freaking long.
Yeah,
It's incredible. That's the beauty of sports. Whether it's sports, music.
Because there's so many different aspects.
Yeah.
Like there's the personal aspect of like he himself, like how he's feeling, whatever. And then there's the statistical aspect of it. And then there's just so many factors. Sports is it's like a black hole of conversation.
It is.
You can talk years and years straight on it.
Yeah.
It's stupid.
I think
crazy.
I think this country runs on sports and music.
Yeah.
I think the world runs on sports and music.
Absolutely.
I think
entertainment is huge.
I think we'd all be insane.
Oh, don't forget about movies and shows.
Oh,
Shows are
oh my God, let's
ginormous.
we can get to all that. Believe me. Excuse me. Oh my
Yeah.
God, I'm freaking parched.
Yeah, never get caught without the bev.
No, but it's for real. No,
Never
but
get caught
it's.
up.
I'm glad I finally got to have you on. We are both communication majors,
We are.
which is
So this is kind of like what this is what we
this is what we do.
this is what we do.
This is what we were put on the planet to do.
Yeah,
To talk.
some would say.
We're just.
Some would say we also talk a little too much,
Oh
but
my God, you're telling me. But yeah,
Too much may
that's
not
how you know
be-
you talk too much. You have a podcast.
right. Too much is not enough though.
No, but all seriousness though, it's how would you describe your college experience up to this point? I mean, we could get into COVID and how the pandemic
Yeah.
affected you, but
Yeah.
how's your college experience been? Would you say
Honestly,
everything you thought it would be?
and more probably.
Really?
So yeah, throughout high school, I mean, like, I didn't really have like an identity to, not meaning to get too deep, but like,
No.
it's
Well, we
like,
can get deep. Pause. But we
big pause.
Hey.
But it's more of like during high school, I was focused on face value things.
Right.
You know,
I
like
think most
appearance,
people are.
right,
Especially
right.
with social media nowadays.
Yeah.
Well, I think during high school, especially nowadays, is
Yeah.
when people do that, and then as you grow out of that,
Yeah.
it changes.
It's like it
But-
doesn't matter
Go
anymore.
ahead.
And I wish I learned that a little earlier. But
I think everyone has to learn on their own.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think it's a good thing that happened to you. It happened to me.
yeah,
I think there are certain lessons where, whether as a parent or just as a person
Yeah.
going through the hurdles of life, there's just certain things you gotta take on the chin on your own.
Yeah.
And it's a good thing that you're not prepared for it because you learn from it. It's just like Lion King, not to be cliche, but you can either what was it when Rafiki, when he was like, you could either, it was like you can be sad or like learn from it. Remember,
Yes,
like that
yes,
whole
yes,
spiel. But
yes. Great.
yeah, yeah. Well, as you were saying,
Yeah. So I mean, like, you know, I was like I said, I was kind of like looking at it from face value, and I was like, I didn't really have myself.
Yeah.
You know, I was focused up on like all like the relationships I had in school.
Right.
Like I had to maintain those in order to be happy with myself.
Mm-hmm.
But now that, you know, I didn't see all those people and I got a fresh start in college, I was like, fuck it, let's live my life. You know, I didn't have all those distractions of like what I've done in my past. Like I was like moving on and starting something new. And that made it easier for me to learn, honestly. And that, like, because that's, you know, that's what you're freaking doing at college.
I know you said that you have ADHD.
Yeah.
Has there been points where you were just so, I got to do this, I got to do that, and you were just so overwhelmed that it's crippled you in any way?
Oh, yeah. And, like, I mean, I still deal with it now. Like,
yeah.
Like, honestly, after this, I got to write, like, a paper. And, you know, I got other stuff to do. But it's like, I've lived with it for a very long time, to the point where it's easier to manage than when I was younger. And thank God I figured out how to manage it better than how I used to. Because if I didn't, I'd be screwed. I'd be screwed right now.
Right.
Yeah.
I think it is kind of a blessing in disguise.
Yeah.
In a way. I think everyone, whether it's a flaw, an imperfection, a disability, a mental disorder, a mental condition, whatever it is, I think that people that have to go through those at an early age and go through life with that, I think life becomes so much easier, because as you deal with those things and you are already working in overdrive, as life goes on, you kind of condition your, I would say, the mental aspect of life. You kind of have a mental fortitude, a very mental stronghold when it comes to lots of situations. So let's say you're worried about this, that, and that. You, because you have ADHD, can probably control that better than someone who actually has a lot to them. Like, oh my God, I have no idea what to do.
Yeah.
Whereas for you, you're like, shit, I got to do this, but you know what? It's gonna get done.
Yeah.
Like, I know it's gonna get done because my body is gonna make sure I get it done.
Do you have ADHD?
I think everyone has ADHD.
I mean, at least a little bit. Yeah.
Just a little bit. I know my brother, his ADHD was bad growing up.
Yeah.
Really bad. He was super freaking just hyper rambunctious. I think everybody has a little bit. I think everybody has anxiety at times. I think that's normal. I would go, or I think that would be my answer. I think not just me. I think everybody's a little bit.
Well, the reason why I ask is because I wouldn't have said that. I couldn't have said that better myself.
Yeah.
Because that's actually like that's perfect.
Yeah.
Like my manager at my job was like, he explained it perfectly. And ADHD. I didn't really listen to what he was saying, but like after he said it, I was like, dude, that's perfect. Right. And I wish I fucking listened to what you just said, because it was a perfect explanation for it. It was like for people who don't know what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody has to know what it is at this point. But he was explaining it to somebody like, take yourself. Right, you as like a normal person without ADHD, you're thinking about a couple things at once, and you're kind of putting them in like a sequential order, like in a chronological order. That's the word, yeah.
Yep.
And you think of them one after another, but like with me, somebody who has ADHD would think about those three things. Let's say they're three things.
Okay.
Multiply it by 4, so now it's, a lot more things on your mind, and then all scrambled up like in a shuffled order.
Yep.
All at like the same time. Like that's kind of like how my brain functions. If that makes any sense.
No. Well, it does and it doesn't. But that's the point. Because you can't compare yourself to someone who has to go through it.
And it's tough to put into words. But I mean, I think I kind of just did it.
No, you did, especially with people with OCD as well.
Oh yeah, that's like a whole nother.
I had a girl in one of my public speaking classes, and she said that the way her brain works is if she doesn't flick a light on 3 times, on and off 3 times, then something bad will happen, because like her brain is just, it puts that pressure on her. It's crazy.
Yeah, I couldn't do that. I would not be able to do that. Like, I just wouldn't be able to function like that because, one, I'm kind of lazy.
Yeah.
It's like, flicking things on 3 times. Like,
Yeah.
I'd be like, no, I give up. I give up. But, like, no, there's a lot of people who deal with that stuff, and you know what? I commend them. And I know it's kind of like normal for them, like for, just doing that day to day. But, like,
Yeah.
I don't think I'd be able to do that.
So, having ADHD
Yeah.
and when the pandemic happened and the shutdown happened and everyone had to stay inside, how were you able to just...
Yeah.
That was kind of like lightning in a bottle, would you say?
So, honestly, a lot of people were like, oh my God, COVID was awesome. I didn't have to go to school. I was like, dude, this sucks. This sucks. I hated that.
Oh, so you were on the negative side of it?
Yeah, because, so, COVID hit, obviously, 19. So, I finished my...
Wait, what do you mean by 19?
Goodness.
When you were 19? Or like
No, 2019, right?
March 2020.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
God,
I don't know. It's messed up everyone's perception of time.
So, I finished, I don't know what year it is, because, like, honestly, I just don't remember.
Yep.
But I finished a semester. So, like, half of a semester that I had was finished off online because of COVID, because they were like, all right, shut down. I remember the day it got shut down. Everybody was like, this is the worst possible thing that could happen.
Where were you?
I was at Central. When we were like...
Oh, wait. I wasn't at Central then. Mm-hmm. I was at Central the night before.
Yeah.
When it was the iconic moment when the NBA shut down. I was at a play because I was for a class. I had to be at a play and take notes. And I was checking my phone. I know. I'm such a bad person.
Oh,
I was
no.
checking my phone during a play.
Who doesn't?
Shame me.
Who doesn't?
And I checked my phone, and it says the NBA...
It's shut down.
Yeah, well, before it said that, it said Oklahoma City and the Utah Jazz have both went into the locker rooms, and it turns out Rudy Gobert tested positive for COVID.
Rudy.
And the game is being canceled. Fans had to evacuate and leave, and they said the NBA is considering shutting down, which eventually they did. I think either that night or the next morning.
Yep.
I go home. Well, I'm telling my friends, dude, I think the NBA is going to shut down. What is going on? And then I go home, and I wake up the next morning, and it is chaos. Chaos on everyone's
crazy,
stories, on because of the email that was sent to us. So you're on campus, so
yes.
And,
oh my gosh.
Yeah. So what happened?
So
in your experience?
I was actually in a class. I think. I'm not gonna put a name to the class because I couldn't tell you.
Yep.
But like I was getting the emails while I was in class because like I was using my computer to like take down the notes and whatever, and I kept seeing those like the streams of emails. I was like, what the hell is going on?
Yeah.
So I open it up and they're like, somebody's tested positive for COVID on campus. And I'm like, oh, God, here we go. So as soon as this class period is over, evacuate immediately. So what happened was I leave that class and I swear to God, you just see a mass amount of people in, the center area of school, like the circle.
Yep.
The most people I've ever seen in that center spot were there. At the beginning of COVID. Like, that was the dumbest thing that the school could have done. Say, hey, everybody, for lack of better terms, get the hell out of here. And everybody was in that center spot.
But why there?
Because, everybody was, going to their dorm, or they were going to their car, or they were going to another parking garage. They were all just converging in the middle, and it was just a jumble fuck.
Oh.
The worst idea possible.
They could have released building by building. Maybe,
and I was sitting there. I was dying walking home. I was like, dude, this is hilarious. They didn't plan for this to happen, but this is how it's happening.
I don't think anybody planned for it though, because you saw what happened with grocery stores. Everyone ransacked grocery stores. Couldn't buy toilet paper. Toilet paper was like gold. Man, you had surplus in toilet paper. Oh, you were gonna be rolling in dough. Yeah. The Purell companies made a ton of. Oh man,
dude,
I wish I had stock in Purell at the time. Jeez.
Can you even have stock?
I'd be in a better studio. I'm sure you can.
You can. I'll tell my brother about that.
I think
he's a big one of those weird daily trader guys. He'll wake up at the crack of dawn and he'll be like,
"Oh yeah, can't wait to look at
can't wait to look at my daily turns," or I don't know, whatever the hell he does. I'm like, dude, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
Why? And then sometimes we'll have dinner and I'll be like, look what I invested in. I'm like, dude, I don't know this. Why are you sharing this with me? I have no idea what this is.
Apple up 2 points today.
This is a foreign language.
Yeah.
This is a foreign language to me.
Yeah.
I do my thing. I deal with regular money. I work a job, and I don't do online crypto stuff.
Yeah, no, I don't.
I'm chilling.
I don't trust any of that crypto stuff. At least not. Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
It's not that I don't trust it. It's just like I don't
doesn't
get it.
Yeah, I don't get it either. I could take a picture of my ass and sell it for $2. I don't. I don't understand how that works. And then apparently you own a photo of, like, you own the photo. You have the rights to the photo.
Yeah,
of my
that's
ass.
What is that? That's a NFT, right? Is that what they call that?
Yeah. I think at some point. Oh wow, look at that. Yeah.
Big play.
For those that don't know and can't see.
Packers Bucks.
Packers up 14.
I need a big Brady game here. I'm in 6 fantasy.
Yeah, it doesn't look like you're gonna get one.
I'm in 6
Second quarter right now.
When the game started, he was slinging it. Cole Beasley's on the Bucks.
Yeah, he is.
Since when?
Last week.
Oh, sick.
I think they signed him right after they beat New Orleans.
Yeah.
And they were considering getting Edelman, and I'm not sure if he was thinking about signing, but I saw him say they signed Cole Beasley. Like that's enough.
Like that's a stupid graphic. 113 total yards this quarter by the Packers, and 2 for the Buccaneers, led by the greatest quarterback of all time. How does that work? A.J. Dillon,
the quad monster.
What do they call him?
Quadzilla. Yeah, but as we were saying though, yeah.
Yeah. Back on track.
No. I will say though, with NFTs and crypto and stuff, yeah, I don't. Maybe in the future when I have money, like, you know how you have fuck around money. Did you ever have once in a blue moon you fuck around money?
I buy that with my bucket change.
Yeah, like, you know what? I'm gonna just buy this because I can.
Yeah,
not because I have to.
Because like
if I were to have enough money one day, why not?
Yeah. Like if I got money, I can wipe my ass with $100.
Yeah. Life is meant to take risks.
Yeah,
and at some point maybe stocks,
but not now.
And if not now. I'm in no position. Oh my god.
No.
Yeah, I believe me. Yeah, for those that listen and watching, I promise you,
I'm right there with you.
I'm not perfect. I am not rich by any means. I'm just a guy doing.
If you're
what he
perfect,
loves.
write a book. Write a book and teach other people how to be perfect.
Yeah,
seriously. Because I'm trying to get that. I'm trying to get perfection.
That's impossible.
It's not happening.
You're never gonna get that book.
If you're perfect, you're boring. You're stupid.
I agree. I was talking with somebody earlier today at work, and I just don't think. Okay, 2 things. One, when it comes to I'm not trying to slander vegans by any means, because I had a vegan on.
I know who that is.
Yeah, because
love that guy.
Shout out to Cal. Now I'll talk about Cal. I had him on
Very
for an
nice
episode.
guy.
Cal's incredible.
I sit next to him in a class.
Yeah, and he made all the best compelling arguments that a true vegan. He is like by the book to the standard of what a vegan should be.
Yeah.
It's not just the eating element to it. It's a lifestyle.
This guy's a gym rat.
Clothing.
He's a gym rat.
Make sure you don't have animal-based clothing or any of that stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
I honestly,
like
now thinking about it, like, it does go that deep. I didn't really.
It does, and he talked about it, and he made the best compelling points, but.
Dude,
he's
a genius.
Man. Oh no, he is. Yeah, shout out to Cal.
He's an absolute genius.
I hope you're listening and watching to this one.
I'll tell him to listen. Yeah. I'll tell him to listen. I'll see him.
But I will say, man, for me, my higher power that I believe in is God. That's how I found my peace.
Yep.
Whether he's real or not, that's just how I'm able to just sleep at night.
Yeah.
Not thinking about how we're just little spectacles on a floating rock in space and hurling at thousands of miles per hour. It's too much to think about.
Yeah, here's the thing. If you believe in the scientific thing, you know what? Good for you. But that's boring to me. That's boring.
Were you saying like specifically like atheism? Like there's nothing, we're born to die? Because I think as long as you believe in something, like have a purpose.
That's better. Yeah.
Walk around in life with a purpose. Don't walk around saying, "Yeah, I believe there's nothing," and everything goes black.
Yeah.
Like that's not cool.
No.
I'd rather have you believe in that. Oh, we better get another touchdown. Oh, fumble! Bucks recovery. Nah, but I think
that's huge.
It is. I think that. It is believe in the flying spaghetti monster for all I care, and that was a joke to make fun of. You ever heard of that?
No.
Yeah, the flying spaghetti monster.
When?
I think that was made fun of. I don't know when it was founded or it's actually. I think it's. If I'm not mistaken, listen, I can get fact checked. I don't care. Don't take my word for it. Okay. But like the flying spaghetti monster, the idea it's a real idea, but I think it was a mockery or a joke to make fun of actual religion, saying, "Oh, if you're willing to believe that there's a floating man in the sky, then might as well there's a flying spaghetti monster." Yeah, something like that.
Wow.
But believe in something. Believe in Buddhism, whether you're Muslim, Christian, Jewish, whatever. I think that's great. Yeah. You have a foundation, a core.
As long as you believe in something,
to be the best person you can be.
Yeah.
and have it translate over the.
As long as you have a drive to continue.
Yeah, have a why. If you don't have a why, then
that's beautiful. Yeah.
If you don't have a why, then what are you living life for?
What are you doing?
Just end your story now if you want to be that. No, I'm not condoning that. Yeah, you know. No. Listen.
No,
I've been depressed. Listen, I've been depressed before. I have been depressed.
I know what you mean.
I am not condoning anybody to harm themselves. I promise you.
Red flag.
Yes. No. I promise you.
No.
Don't. I swear to God, if somebody tries to make a soundbite of that, I will hunt you down. No, but seriously though, I think it is great to have a why.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. Because like if you didn't have a why, like you said, what are you doing? So I don't think so. Like I said, when it comes to God, I don't think that He put us on this planet to just eat plants and the healthiest shit possible. Yeah. Well, obviously to an extent, yes. Because you all want to be the best possible version of yourself, but at the same time. I understand the whole Garden of Eden and the apple and fight evil temptation and fight temptations. I agree. Everything's good in moderation, but I don't think that everyone is meant to. Because, listen, I know, and Cal made a great point, and I've also seen other posts and vegans talking about it. We're in a position right now where we have such an abundance of ways to still maintain a healthy lifestyle and diet with just plants and fruits without any meat. It is proven. Which so like a lot of plant-based foods.
I get, and I brought up to Cal, and I was like, what about the circle of life? Because like what about like a lion hunting the zebra or whatever just so it can eat? And they said but like in nature with those animals that's what they have to do to survive. That is natural. For us at one point it was. But now we're at a point where it doesn't need to be.
Yeah, because a lion can't take like a garden hoe and farm and harvest.
And I agree with
crops.
that. It makes sense. But at the same time, I don't know. I think like you're meant to have. I mean, I don't have fun with the fact that animals are slaughtered and killed. That we have to eat them. I don't.
It's more of the matter in which they are.
Right.
Because like it's some like I've seen
and I talked
documentaries and it's like oh my God, come on, dude, come on. How do you sleep? I sleep when you do
I agree. And I talked about I said, what if we treat them with the utmost respect, they have a good life, and then when they're ready to be taken care of, they're taken care of. And he said, but who is it for you to judge as to when you take... I don't know the science and math to it as to when a cow's natural lifespan is or how long they can live up to.
Yeah.
Certainly, we definitely end the lifespan
prematurely.
Way prematurely.
Absolutely.
But yeah, I don't know. And I get it because the whole idea of the 15 minutes of it's just 15 minutes of pleasure. Like however long it takes you to eat.
Yeah,
it's just temporary.
Yeah, and then that's like their life and like. Yeah, it's weird, dude. Like I don't. Here's the thing, like I'm totally on board with like people saying like. Yeah, animal rights, like and absolutely,
I support those people.
Absolutely, but at the same time, this may sound insensitive, but I love my food. I love me some good food.
I do too.
And like I'm totally siding with those people, but it's like I'm not gonna change my entire diet, even though I probably should.
Yeah.
Just to
I can't just never not have J. Tim's wings again. Shout out J. Tim's. But you know what I mean.
Those are good wings.
Incredible.
I've only had them once. We
should have them again sometime. We should have them. Let's set that up.
Wingcast.
Just have sloppy fingers.
Sorry. That was if you got earbuds on, that's tough.
No, but so there's that. There's the temptations and the foods and all that stuff.
Yeah.
However, I also think, because going back to the perfect thing, I think life and society would be boring if fat people or people that weren't the Captain America, Super Mr. Perfect and
chiseled.
It should be boring. If everything is if we're basing things off conformity and everything is the same.
Absolutely.
There's no creativity. There's nothing fun there.
There's no.
If everyone followed the same path, it's perfect is boring.
Yeah,
it is. I was talking with someone the other day, and I was saying how because we were talking about the D'Amelios, and I think you were there.
I was there.
Yeah, you were there, and I literally said we probably live happier lives than a lot of those celebrities
Yes.
who wear the perfect clothes and they have the salad and the
and
cars.
to that I said, yeah, but money fucking helps.
Oh no, money definitely helps. There's no disagreeing.
Yo, when people say money doesn't buy happiness, all right, it doesn't. But here's the thing: money can help you achieve that happiness and more happiness.
You don't need to be a billionaire to be happy.
No, but you just have to.
Means.
I would say a good living.
If
you need a good living,
if you can have enough money to where you can go to work. Or be financially free and not have to it's like you're going to work of choice.
Stress about it obscenely, or if
imagine
that's the word for that.
That's when you know you made it. You can go to work and you're like, I didn't have to be here.
Yeah, like I'm.
No. I'm saying like as you have enough wealth.
More of my idea is like you should strive to make enough money to the point where it's not like a worrying issue on your mind.
Oh yeah,
for
absolutely
the entire day.
Right.
Where it stresses you out to the point where like you can't even function.
Absolutely. And no, you could still be depressed with a lot of money.
Absolutely.
I agree. Especially if you're famous and you always have the spotlight on you. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Let's say you don't have the spotlight on you. You have a lot of money and you're depressed. You could get the best therapist there is.
Get the best man. And even the guys with the freaking spotlight on them. Go buy a therapist.
Yeah.
Go buy it. You can't own that. I can't do what? What am I talking about?
No, but get a therapist.
Get in touch with
the things that you like.
Because they help.
Take a break. Get off social media. There's so many different things you can do other than just paying for stuff.
Talking to... Oh, wow. Is that... No, that's not somebody I need there. Oh, actually, yes it is. There's Tommy. Anyway, I think just talking to somebody is the best... Is just the best.
Oh, you can keep going. I'm just going to make sure we're still...
Yeah.
recording?
Yeah.
No, this happens. Every time I check my phone once in a while, I gotta fit, man. This iPhone shit, it's so annoying. That's kind of the price you have to pay when you have to start out from humble beginnings and use your damn phone as a camera.
Yep.
But dude, unless somebody's watching and knows, like they're freaking whiz at it, bro. Like I don't know how I have so much photo storage, or at least taken up.
Yeah.
I don't understand that because I go to my recently deleted every 2 seconds and just clear.
And you clear everything.
I clear it out, so I don't know what it could be.
Yeah.
I gotta figure it out though. But
that's weird.
We left off talking about imperfect. Well, like how the world is a better place when you have people. When you have people that aren't like super healthy and like we're not, everything is the perfect and the same. I believe that's where we left off. Yeah?
I guess.
Right? Yeah.
Sure.
That sounds right.
So, yeah, I mean, just like, I think we were talking about like how, being perfect is boring.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, and I mean, being perfect just, it doesn't make sense in a world like this. When diversity is embraced.
Yeah. When
talents and things that make you different are highlighted throughout, like, life, like why be like everybody else, right? It makes no sense. So yeah, be you. Yeah, I think life becomes a whole lot more fun when you're not afraid to be yourself. Exactly. And I couldn't agree more. I think too many people try and take things too serious. Like I don't think Instagram is an app that's meant to be taken serious as a lot of people and peers our age try and take it. Yeah. I don't think it's meant to be like a nothing but highlights and spotlight of you where it's like, oh, if you look at my profile, you're going to see nothing but all my best moments and the best possible version of me, the best pictures and videos where I look at my absolute most attractive and most structured. I don't think it's meant to be that. No. I really don't. It's just supposed to share, like, what I think the purpose of it is to, share what's going on in your life. It's more of like a status update or like a, what's the word I'm looking for? Like a reminder for people who are friends with you and that do follow you because they do care about you. Yeah. Just like, let them know what's going on if you can't talk to them all the time. Yeah, I think so too. Mm-hmm. And I think that's the path that sorry about that. He's playing footsies with me. I think that's the path that a lot more people need to take and follow. Yeah. For sure. Mm-hmm. So and that's what I've tried my best to do. Mm-hmm. I think I'm doing a pretty damn good job at it too. Yeah. At least I'm trying. Damn right. I know
I'll keep going as long as you're good for. But I want just because I'm still getting used to this, wanting to ask you these three things.
Yeah,
and I remember I rounded you before this.
Yeah.
But I want to do it just so I'm guaranteed that I get these from you.
Yeah.
Before you get out of here, whether it's whatever.
Yeah.
But I need some words of wisdom.
Words of wisdom.
And or words of advice.
Okay.
To the people. I need your favorite movie and show, or both, whatever it is.
I mean, I got lists.
And I need your favorite music album of all time.
Okay.
I just need to make sure.
And again, I have a lot for those too. So
and we can go down the music hole too. You know, as a matter of fact, before we get to those, who's your favorite music artist today?
Right now?
Yeah. Was it Posty? I know you kept talking about that when you came here.
I guess you'll get me started on that. Post Malone is definitely would be my favorite right now.
Okay.
He's diverse in the way that he does all genres. I mean, I know everybody knows this. Like Post Malone's like the biggest artist maybe the biggest artist on the face of the earth. But
I think
But
right now, it might be like Drake or Bad Bunny or Justin Bieber. One of those
he's
three.
like he's up there.
Oh yeah.
Like there's a small list of like
he's
let's
definitely
say
in the top 10 or top 15.
Let's say you have Coachella, right?
Yep.
You have the main day of Coachella because I don't know how many days are in Coachella, but whatever.
Yep.
Let's say you have the main day of Coachella.
Okay.
And you're picking your headliner. How many people are you picking over Post right now? How many? We can list them. Like that's fine. Drake. Duh. Bad Bunny, duh.
Bieber,
duh. Sheeran, duh. Sheeran, totally.
Dua Lipa,
duh. The Weeknd, that's 6.
Ariana Grande,
yes. Kanye,
and Bruno Mars.
Kanye and Bruno, just because of their asking price. See, I was thinking about Billy, but I don't know about Billy now.
There are people that I should be naming, or that I feel like I could.
Other than legends like Elton John.
What about Kanye?
We said Kanye.
Oh, did we? Okay.
Yeah.
Jay-Z? Like, if you want to take rappers into account? Because Posty, I mean, he is...
With Jay-Z...
He's kind of both. Like, what about Kendrick?
No. That's like
you
so
might be
tough.
right.
There's so
you might be right.
That's tough. Because, again, how recognizable... I know Kendrick is recognizable, but to the absolute majority public...
You're right.
Posty is radio. Like, Kendrick's not radio.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I hate that it comes down to that, but he's not radio.
Right. I'll agree with you there. Unless
T-Swift?
T-Swift. Over... in terms of... I mean...
Over Post,
I personally would listen to Post over Swift, but...
I agree with you.
She's definitely... Yeah, her name is definitely...
So now, another one I was thinking of...
Yep.
Because I think about this kind of a lot. Because they got slappers.
Yeah.
Maroon 5. They've been around for so long. They got albums on albums. You know the one... Do you know the album with the... It's got... I think it's literally called V.
Yeah.
Or 5.
Yep.
And it's got the red V on it.
Yep.
That album has slaps in it. It's got maps. It's got animals,
it's a classic.
This Summer is a great song.
Yeah.
Produced
the album's a classic.
So, like...
I see where you're going.
But
I agree.
I think Posty... Oh, Doja. I think Doja beats out Posty.
Yeah. Now, yeah.
Especially
maybe a year ago. Right now...
Not now.
I think she might have tarnished her image a little bit. And I'm still a diehard Doja.
With what?
I love Doja.
With what? I'm not really involved.
Because she shaved her head and that whole thing.
Not
that, I mean, I'm not judging or don't really care.
Yeah, no.
But like,
No judgment.
The masses are just kind of like...
but like her album's still charting. It's still huge. But
yeah, she's fire.
But no, I think I agree with you. I think I agree with you there. I don't think Lil Nas X.
No.
Because his discography
he is up there,
isn't...
but no.
His discography isn't big enough.
Yeah.
Lady
still new to the game.
Gaga, maybe. It's a maybe.
I'll say yes. I think she's more well known than Post.
That's fine.
No,
no, that's cool.
Yeah, no, it's close though.
But like, what I'm trying to say is like,
I get
that's pretty much it.
Yeah, that's like the elitist,
right?
The elitist.
Because like, so the thing that Post Malone does very well is he's very well rounded.
Yep.
He's done pop, obviously.
Yep.
I mean, those are his biggest ones. He's rapped before.
Yep.
I mean, no, like fast, like, he's not spitting to you. He's melodic in his ways of rap, especially in his early days.
Yeah.
Like obviously White Iverson. He's got, like newer songs like Insane off his new album, which I freaking loved.
Mm-hmm.
And he has, what's the other one? Saint Tropez off of Hollywood's Bleeding, which is another really good project.
Great song.
It's a great song. So, I mean, he's got the rap. He's got elements of rock. He did the song with Ozzy.
Yep.
Obviously.
Hollywood's Bleeding, right?
Yes. And he has another song off that album called Allergic, which kind of throws it back to like early 2000s rock kind of vibe. I mean, not the same way, but
he's certainly diverse. You're
it's
not
very
wrong.
punk and like, yeah. And he's done folk stuff because he has roots of Utah because that's where he lives right now.
Oh, Harry Styles over Post.
Oh, yes.
That just popped. Yeah,
yes.
that just popped up.
I knew I was forgetting somebody big,
Yeah.
and yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I have a poster right up there. It's kind of hidden away.
Oh, really?
On the stairs.
Oh, I was wondering what that was.
That's not the best poster by any means, but it came with the vinyl, so might as well.
Was that Fine Line?
No, it was.
Is that Harry's house? The new one.
No, it was Fine Line. Fine Line's the one with watermelon sugar and all those, right? Yes. Thank you.
But yeah, definitely Harry. I mean, when you do, how many shows has he had in a row at MSG?
No, he's
12.
Dude, I think he might be living in New York or something. It's unreal.
12? He had like 12 shows straight.
It's unreal. He's such a beast.
And honestly, like, don't get me wrong, great musician. His newest album really wasn't like crazy.
It wasn't as good as Fine Line, but it's still solid.
It's good, but it's like, I feel like
it's hard to. I mean, it's kind of hard to follow up Fine Line. The album is fire.
Yeah.
Incredible.
It's just I feel like some of the production, like sushi or music for a sushi restaurant, like
elevator music, good for commercials. It's always in commercials.
But it's like the production on it. They made the actual beat and like everything outside of his voice a lot louder than his voice, and I'm like, what did they like?
Yeah,
it doesn't hit with me. Like usually, I kind of like some of that music.
I will say though, to be fair, arguably his greatest song ever made. Arguably, I'm not saying it like according to the charts and everything. I mean,
as it was,
yeah.
I mean, it's gonna break records.
It's top 5.
It's records.
It's top 5 in his greatest songs ever made because of how poppin' it was.
Yeah,
and still is, I guess you could say.
I mean, yeah, it's still number one.
At least you followed up a very great album with
another really good album. Like,
yeah,
no,
but at least it's like he left his mark on that album as well because he made such a great song on it.
Yeah.
Kind of like The Weeknd. You can argue what you like better, After Hours or A Beauty Behind the Madness. I know it wasn't Beauty Behind the Madness right in the After Hours.
Yeah.
But at least when it comes to artists like that, they'll at least have that one song.
Yeah.
Where it's like, you know what? It's kind of like Michael Jackson, like you could see over there.
Yeah.
So if you go to Thriller to Bad, obviously Thriller beats out both albums. I mean, honestly, if you like more one than the other, one more than the other, I wouldn't be mad. I wouldn't disagree. But the thing is at least with Bad, everyone knows. Oh, Bad. Oh, Smooth Criminal.
But Thriller to me is the more complete.
I think Thriller is the perfect album.
Because Thriller had PYT, right?
Yeah, I think Thriller is the perfect album.
PYT, Thriller.
I think it had the greatest 3 or 4 1 track ever. I think it was like Beat It, Thriller,
Billy
PYT. I don't know. You might need. Can you look up the order?
Let me see.
The Thriller set order for me.
Yeah.
I forget, but there was like a really great 3-run, 4-1 track that beats out anything either he's ever done or most artists have ever done.
So off of Thriller, we will go.
Yeah, tell me the order top down.
Yes, Thriller, 1982.
Yep.
Great. James Robinson just rushed for a touchdown.
Oh, nice.
50 yards.
Oh, geez. So screw my Etsy.
So it's Thriller, Beat It, Billie Jean.
That's what it is.
Human Nature.
Think about
that. PYT.
That's what it was. Thriller, Beat It, Billie Jean.
That's ridiculous.
No, that's absurd. Like it might have been Quincy Jones, the producer. But whoever was responsible for setting that 3-song stretch
should be put
unreal.
Unreal. Yeah, what the hell? That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
But going back to Posty, his stuff he's okay.
What's your favorite Post Malone album?
That's really tough because I like 3 of his. Okay, I will tell you what my least favorite is, because that'll narrow it down easier. And this may be controversial, but Stoney's my least favorite, which is his first project.
I really like Stoney.
No, it's a good project, but the thing is like it's the most.
Do you like Beer Bongs and Bentleys more?
Yes.
Yeah.
I like Beer Bongs and Bentleys more than that.
92 Explorers of Fire song.
It's a great song. I mean, that whole album is good. I go based off skips. All right. For me, there's a couple skips off Stoney. That's why. For Beer Bongs and Bentleys, there's 2 skips.
Okay.
And I think it's Ball for Me and Same Bitches, because
you don't like Ball for Me?
I don't
Ball
like Nicki like
well,
that.
It was in Madden, so I kind of
and I don't like Nicki like that.
Okay.
I don't like her verse on that song. I think Posty does a really good job.
You think Nicki might be more popular than Post Malone? No.
I would not headline personally if I was running a festival. I mean, obviously, I'm not going to be running a festival.
Yep.
I wouldn't.
Okay.
I wouldn't.
That's fair.
Just the production on that song was very corny. It's an okay beat, but it was just really corny.
Yeah, I get it.
I was like, okay.
I
And
see where
then
you're coming
Nicki
from.
comes in, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
I can do without. Hollywood's Bleeding. For me, no skips. 0 skips.
I don't think I might have skipped one song. There's one song I might not
Yeah,
like,
there-
but it is a solid project.
There's songs that are weaker than others, but that album to me is almost perfect.
Yeah.
Almost.
Okay.
And then I really like the new one because he likes it. He feels comfortable with it. He's happy with what he put out.
Yeah.
He's like the happiest he's ever been with it.
Right.
And it's an emotional album for him. I mean, like if you're in a bad place and you want to feel sad, listen to that album, turn that shit on, and you may cry.
Yeah.
You make like it's a great album, and there's hits off of it. There's I Like You. He's got
I like you.
yeah. I mean,
do. I love
yeah,
that song.
it's a W song.
Yeah.
There's great features off of it. He's
Yep.
got Fleet Foxes, which is crazy to even think.
Mm-hmm.
He's got Kid Laroi, who's another one of my
Another
favorites.
one. He's another one on the rise.
He's another one of my favorites. Like
He's a stud.
he's awesome. And a lot of people, the Mid Laroi, like stop it. You do that at 18.
I think he's better than Harlow.
Wow. Yeah.
Is that
Yeah.
a hot take?
Oh, who? Kid Laroi?
Yeah. Is that a hot take? Thinking he's better
Yes.
than Harlow?
Absolutely.
That's a hot take.
Very.
I mean, I like Jack Harlow more. I love his personality.
He's got more commercial.
I think he's a chill dude. I
Yeah.
hated his most recent album. I did
Yeah.
not like it at all.
Yeah.
I forget the name of the one before. Was it like Baxter Ave? No, that might be one of the names of the songs in the album.
What his album before that?
Yeah,
Was
where he's in the car.
yeah, it's that's what they all say.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
The album's fire. I need that vinyl.
Again,
I would love that
I don't
vinyl.
listen to, so for me
No, I'm telling you right now, the album's good.
I don't listen to projects. I listen to artists, and it's hard for me to sit down and listen to an album
well,
front to back.
I mean, it's actually pretty. You'd be surprised because as soon as it hits midnight on a Thursday going into Friday, and let's say you're up,
Yeah.
you just sit there for like half an hour.
Then
Let's say
I'll
you're playing
do it.
video games.
Yeah,
Just
but
have the
I'm
album
usually at the
in
bar,
order.
so.
The half an hour flies.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
so with me, like Post Malone is just a very relatable artist, I'd say. I mean, obviously with like, his newest album, like, I don't have teeth falling out. Because
Yep.
that like he talks about, it's a recurring theme for him
Yeah.
in his newest album, but like I don't know what it is. He just touches, and he's not like the most gifted singer ever, but it's just the way that he goes about himself, the way he carries himself,
He
the
seems
way
like a
his
genuine
music hits,
dude.
and it's awesome. Okay, so Saturday,
Okay.
supposed to have a show in Boston. I'm thoroughly upset with him.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because I was supposed to go. Last week, the whole fiasco with how he fell
Yep.
through the stage
Yep.
in agonizing pain. If you haven't seen the video, see
Yep.
it.
Messed up his ribs.
Fucked up his ribs.
Yeah.
And I was supposed to see him last night. This is the first show he's canceled. He canceled the show last night.
Mm-hmm.
I was in Boston I was staying in my buddy's dorm. He goes to Regis College, small little college. But I was at his dorm, and we were like, okay, let's go. Picked up one of my other buddy's cousins who was like up there, had a ticket, and we're literally like in front of Northeastern, which is where he goes. yo, my friend just texted me and was like, did you see he canceled the show? I was like, dude, that's a fucking terrible joke. If somebody plays that joke on you, but like, we checked Twitter and he posted this thing. I'll read it. Because like, I wanted to throw something. Let me see if I can find it. Just give me 1 second.
No, here you go.
Yeah, so it was. I had it, and then now it's not here anymore. It's on Twitter. I don't have Twitter. I'll just go to Boston. Here we go. Come on, show me the tweet, dude.
Do you like remember what it?
So
what it said?
so he pretty much was saying, like, he was being very genuine with it, and he was like, to everybody who loves me or something, he's like, I am so sorry, but I have to cancel the show tonight. I woke up this morning to cracking sounds in my body from his ribs. Like, he woke up to cracking sounds. He was like, yeah, this pain is like unbearable. Like, he's like, I effing love you guys. I fucking love you guys. Like, I'm so sorry. Like, and I was like pissed. But then at the end of the note, because like he said he wakes up at 4 every day, 4 p.m. to do shows and get ready and everything. He was like,
he wakes up at 4?
4 because he probably parties all night and then he travels.
Yeah.
You got to think about it. Like, he'll go from city to city.
Jesus.
So in his tour bus. I mean,
yeah.
He's not taking a jet. He's on a bus.
Yeah.
So he wakes up at 4 and then he gets ready to do the show at 8. So he was like, yeah,
so it was right before the show.
Yeah, he was probably pushing through it and he was like, dude, I can't fucking do this. I can't do this. So I'm sitting there and I'm pissed because, like, obviously I'm in Boston. I drove up an hour and a half. I took work off the next day and, you know, now he's not even performing. And I get it. Personal health issues. But, like, I was pissed. As I should be.
Yeah.
And at the end of the note that he sent on Twitter, I got a little hopeful. Right? He was like, I'm sorry, guys. I have to cancel tonight. I will make it up to you guys. And I'm like, that could be a lot of things. Either he's just going to do a regular ass show, and I might be a little upset after the regular ass show that he does back in Boston. But he's like, when I reschedule it, I'll make it up to you guys. So he could, may or may not bring out like a big name with him.
Yeah,
because like he owes us,
or
dude.
show some unreleased content or
maybe
song.
Something. I think he would do that anyway. No, maybe not. But
what do you think who the person would be?
Like, I was thinking about it, dude. You know what'd be sick? If he brought out Kid Laroi, I think I'd lose my.
You think that's a possibility? I think that could be totally.
So here's what happened. Okay, I was told the other day that Kid Laroi's actually having a concert at the University of Rhode Island.
Mm-hmm.
And tickets kind of cheap, so I might be going to that.
Okay.
And if he reschedules to like November, which is like right around where it is, I mean, there's a possibility.
Yeah.
They only have one song together, but why not? He could bring out Ty Dolla $ign because they have a couple songs together.
Yep.
Doja. I mean, that'd be a tough one.
I was gonna go to the Weeknd concert when he was gonna have Doja, and then she had her tonsils removed.
Yeah.
And then, so I was originally gonna go to the Weeknd very first After Hours tour back in 2020.
Yeah.
COVID happened, in case you haven't heard. And then,
yeah, of course.
Originally supposed to be The Weeknd and Don Toliver. Then it was The Weeknd and Doja. Doja had tonsils removed. I think The Weeknd was like, you know what, I'm just gonna do it on my own, or whatever the case was. And then that kind of scratched up my plans. But I used that money originally that I put to get a ticket into the Dua Lipa concert, which was incredible.
That was a W, yeah.
Yeah,
good
so
for you.
At least I got something out of it. But yeah.
Yeah. But like I was pissed yesterday. Because like I wanted to go see Posty. He's my favorite artist, and I was going to go see him. I didn't see him.
I'll see him.
It's not a problem.
You'll probably see him more than
once. But I was just so bummed out.
Yeah.
But continuing this, yeah, Posty's my favorite. I'd probably say number 2 right now. Right now in this current spot is Jid. J-I-D.
Jid's fire.
Like, he is underrated. He's just underrated because, like,
For sure.
everybody's like, oh my God, look at all these albums and, look at all these rappers. Like, he's so good. His newest album is immaculate. I don't think there's a skip. I don't think there's a skip. I don't know if you've listened to it.
I might have to re-listen.
It's so good.
Because when it comes to artists I'm not super entirely a fan of or in love with,
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to say not pay attention when I listen to the song. Well, I will say that. I kind of just enjoy the atmosphere of the song rather than listen to what is being said.
Yeah.
I like to do that a lot when it comes to music. Just how does it make me feel rather than, like, what are they saying? Because I don't care. Now, unless you're saying blasphemous things like a blue face.
Like Tyler.
Or,
Like, Tyler will just say some outlandish
yeah,
shit.
but at least he makes it sound good.
Yeah.
In a way.
Yeah.
Whereas, let's say, like, Blueface, for example, Bust Down Tatiana. I know it's catchy, but there's certain things where it's like, bro, not only can I not ignore what you're saying, it doesn't sound
or
good.
Uzi. Baluzi.
You don't like Uzi?
No, I love Uzi.
Oh, okay.
I love Uzi.
Uzi's,
But like, that song, like, if you say Balenci, like, 20 times in a row, think of something, bro.
Yeah.
I love Uzi. I love
Uzi's
Uzi.
fire.
Uzi's so good. But here's the thing. Uzi's awesome and Uzi's fire. But here's the thing. He's more of an entertainer, I'd say. He's an entertainer. He's a musical artist, but I'd say he's more of an entertainer.
At this point in time now, for sure.
And because like Jid is a musician. Like he doesn't go out of the way to, go crazy with outfits like Uzi would, or like, just be weird like Uzi is. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And Jid is as musically talented as it comes. In this newest album, like, I haven't listened to his other projects because, like, I was late on it. I don't know the impact it had at the time, so why would I go and listen to it now?
Mm-hmm.
But his other stuff is great, and this album is so good. My pick for album of the year, definitely over all genres.
I definitely need to re-listen for
It's
sure.
so
That's what I'll
good,
do
dude.
when I get you out of here.
There is a lot of good beats on it. His flow is great. He's got great features. He's got Mos Def on that album.
Oh shit.
He's got 21 Savage on the album.
Okay.
He's got Lil Durk. I'm not even a big Lil Durk fan.
Okay.
He's got him on the album. And his is actually fire. And he's got a lot of other guys who are like, kind of like not like big in music
Yeah.
that are on it, but the feature fits so well.
Yeah.
He's got Ari Lennox, which I don't even know who the hell that is. Before listening to the album, I had no idea who that was.
Yeah.
But she is great. He's got Lil Wayne on the album. Fire.
Wayne.
Kenny Mason, who's a really good friend of his,
Mm-hmm.
on the album. If you put not Jid, because that's Jid's album.
Yep.
If he put J. Cole on the album, it would have been crazy.
Yeah.
I'd say that would be the icing on the cake. But either way, dude, this album's great.
I definitely need to give it a listen.
It's so good,
I appreciate that. So,
It's so good.
what is that? Is that the album you say you would recommend to the people?
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. Because
Yeah,
here's
you
the
just
thing.
hyped it up more
came
than any
out
other
at the
album.
same time as that homie's album right there, DJ Khaled's album.
God did.
God did.
Yeah, it was mid. You could say it.
The only good part about that album was the Jay-Z verse.
Hove did.
Dude, Jay-Z
No, he slaughtered that verse.
slaughtered it.
Slaughtered it.
But
I liked.
It came out the same week
I
as
liked
that.
some of the beats and a couple of the songs.
Yeah,
It definitely wasn't.
but yeah,
I just think that at any point, I think DJ Khaled could, whether it's good or bad, the way he hypes up his albums,
No matter-
and projects,
yeah, it's always
one
gonna
of
be
the,
number one.
he's one of the best at
dude,
doing what
he
does.
should be a marketing.
No, I think he's a marketing
profesh.
genius.
Yeah.
He's incredible.
He's a marketing profesh. But here's the thing: it came out the same week as this album. It got a fifth of what that album racked in
Yeah.
for, units.
Right.
And I'm like, dude, this is ridiculous. Like, this is one of the best albums I've ever heard. And I'm,
It's it's politics.
I mean, granted, I haven't
It's
listened to
business.
every freaking album on the face of the earth.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't even scratched the surface. But like that, oh my god, dude! Like, it was great. When I was listening to it, I was like, you get like that stank face. You know when you're like,
Oh,
I was like, dude, what?
The
This
beats
is
just
crazy.
Yeah.
It was so. He has so many flow switches. He's got great features. It's like a story of his, and just the way Jid carries himself. He's a very stand-up guy. He knows what he's doing, and Atlanta native. You would think he's like 25. He's like 30 because he doesn't look aged at all, but like his mind is like he's 58. Like he's an old soul.
Wow.
In a young body. Have you seen his cipher? Have you seen his XXL freshman cipher?
What year was it?
2018.
Who was that with?
He was okay. So I think it was the COVID year or something where, or I don't know. They split it up to like 2 people in each cipher or something, and he was with Ski Mask in the cipher, but he went first, and it's the best. I don't care what anybody says about 2014. You know the big cast of characters they had, like Kodak. They had who was it?
Kodak, Uzi,
Lil Yachty, like Denzel Curry.
Yeah.
Like okay, yes.
Oh my god.
I wouldn't say it's the best cipher,
but it's solid.
It's the best class because of how many people came out of it, but it's not the best cipher. The best cipher, and it's carried by one person, is the Jid cipher, and there's only 2 people on it. It is.
I'm liking these takes you're making.
Slaughters this beat. Beats fire. He goes in on it. And I'm like, dude.
It was legit. Who else? Who else went off?
Ski Mask did his... Okay, so if Ski Mask was by himself or he was with somebody else, Ski Mask is like... His cipher, his freestyle...
It was decent enough.
Was fire.
Yeah.
All right? But then compared to Jid's, who went before him, it was like... I was like, dude, what is this?
Yeah.
And he cut the beat and everything. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Like, what are you doing? But Jid handles his own, and I think he's... In my opinion, he's the best rapper right now.
You want to say the name of the album just in case the people...
Oh, it's called The Forever Story.
The Forever Story by Jid. Make sure you guys will listen to that.
Absolutely.
That's what I'm going to be doing after this.
And it's not a long listen. I think it's only like 14 songs.
Yeah.
But there's some longer songs.
There's not a skip, so you claim.
To me, there's songs that are better than others. Okay, and I mean, if you skip one or two...
It's solid as a whole.
If you skip one or two, I'm not mad. But to me, so it like the album to me is like split.
Would you say you don't need to like rap to like the album?
Yeah, okay. You can listen to it because the first half of the album is like, hard.
Yeah,
it's hard. Radar, first song of the there's an intro, and then there's the first song called Radar. You got to give it some time to warm up to you because it's got like this weird flow in the beginning, but it's still fire. And then he like drowns out the noise and he kind of does his little like, oh shit, look, that's like his thing.
Yeah.
And then he goes into the second half of the song and he switches flows like 6 different times in like 2 minutes.
That's pretty wild.
And he fucking kills it. And then the second song called Crack Sandwich, great name.
Wow.
Is like I think it's a close to 5-minute song. Just one of the hardest instrumentals I've ever heard. But I won't spoil too much. But the first half of the album's hard. Second half, he kind of goes soulful. He sings to you on some of the songs. It's crazy.
Okay.
It's like R&B. He sings to you. It's right at when Cody Blue starts. Cody Blue 31 is the song. And it's like an R&B type, but he also raps at the end. And it's from there to the end. It's like just more like R&B. Like you could tell that he's Atlanta from that.
Yeah.
And I'll stop talking about Jid because I could go on all day. But he is, in my opinion, right now, the best rapper.
Wow.
The best rapper in the game right now.
I definitely need to listen to this album then.
Yeah. And I wish he got more, more attention because he's a product of J. Cole.
Hopefully you putting the people on a Jid.
He's a product of J. Cole. And J. Cole, there were like a couple years ago where people were slandering J. Cole.
I don't know what was up with that.
It's so stupid. Yeah. Why? He's a GOAT.
Yeah.
He's a GOAT. I might put him in my top 5.
Legend.
All time.
Legend.
Absolutely.
So we know the album.
Yes.
What about favorite movie or TV show?
So...
or both.
Oh, like I have a lot of picks for that. And I also have a lot of albums too. Like there's a lot of like every single Post Malone album.
Let's go with the Jid one.
Let's go with the Jid one. Yeah. Jid definitely for right now. Yeah. And obviously 12 Karat Toothache for Post Malone cuz like
I'm definitely going to have you on again. So we could just name them off as we go.
And then movie TV show? That's tough because I don't watch a lot of shows or a lot of movies, but if I were to pick, like I have a lot of like movies. Actually, no, I went to the movies a lot this year, so I have a lot of like newer movies that I liked this year. So Nope, directed by
That was a solid movie.
Jordan Peele.
That movie had me fucked up.
I think that's the best movie of the year so far. For
I
me.
think that monkey scene.
Yes.
I think that monkey scene was as good as you can
Yeah.
get with.
And the
making
symbolism in it was
Yeah.
like you can't train something that you don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But you got to watch the movie. I'm not gonna spoil it. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna spoil it because
Yep.
that like he kept it ominous and
Even in the trailer, I love that.
he kept it confusing for a reason.
Yeah, and I love it. And how going into the movie, I had no idea what it was about.
Yeah, so good, so good.
It was a really good movie.
Actors are great.
I it's just unfortunate because personally, I do think the order in which he releases movies is the order I have them in my rankings. So Get Out, Us, Nope. However, Get Out is a masterpiece.
Wait! You didn't watch Candyman? Candyman.
That was Jordan Peele.
That was Jordan Peele.
Really?
I watched that. I've
That
watched
was Jordan
all of
Peele?
his. I watched all of his.
Candyman was Jordan Peele.
Jordan Peele. He
Really?
remade.
I do know that. I know that movie was remade. Was it good? Was it good?
That's the.
I'll watch it tonight.
No, it's very good. I think it's very.
So where
good.
do you rank it then? Over Nope? Over Us?
I think it's the worst out of the four.
But was it good?
But it's really good. Cinematography.
Okay, so even well, Nope did come out after, but still, for the most part,
I would say I'd rank it like this. I'd say that's tough actually.
I just thought the idea of no,
okay.
I just thought the idea of and the concept of Us was so mind blowing. The fact that it could honestly be a real thing.
Yeah,
is so creepy in itself.
Yeah,
because Get Out, like I can't. Get Out is one of the greatest movies of all time, and I'm not saying that like it's in the top 5 or 10.
I agree,
but it's somewhere in the top 100
because it was just so out of nowhere.
It was, and Jordan Peele, nobody knew what to expect, and
you've never seen anything like it.
You've never seen you probably never will see anything like it.
In the end,
the fact that somebody came up with an idea to just make such a masterclass movie when nobody was gonna take it serious.
Yeah, and how controversial it was.
How controversial it was. It was a brilliant movie. The acting was out of this world.
Yes.
It was just a great movie.
Who's the main actor?
Daniel Kaluuya?
Kaluuya? Yes, that's him. Yeah. And he was in Nope.
He was.
He looked a lot different, but he was in Nope.
Yep.
Beefier in Nope.
Yeah, he's
a big boy.
He's a great actor. He was also in the Marvel. He's also in the Marvel movies.
Yes.
With the Black Panther
Panther,
movies.
yeah.
And then I know I've seen other stuff of him. I know I have. I just can't.
Yeah, I can't put a finger on it.
Yeah,
either,
but
Keke Palmer's in it.
She was good.
Nope. Yeah, she was.
I fucked with it.
Yeah. Coming from True Jackson VP.
Yeah, for real.
Way back. But no, she was. She did really good, and that movie was like, it was interesting, because like. It's just the way that he sets up his movies and he structures his films is so crazy.
His symbolism is fantastic.
Like, he had, like, chapters in this one, which were cool.
Yeah.
It like, divided the movie up.
It's different.
And the ending
continue to make movies.
was great.
It was.
The whole symbolism was great.
Yep. Did you know that at the part where the I'm gonna call him Glenn. I always call him Glenn because I was walking.
Yes, yeah. I know who
Glenn.
you're talking about, yeah.
When he goes, an hour from now, your life will be, it'll be different. You'll feel different. Do you remember what I'm talking about? Where he goes, 1 hour.
Oh, is that
from
when
now,
he's talking to the crowd?
Yes.
Okay.
And that scene, right when he says, an hour from now, you will leave here feeling
an
different.
hour from there.
The movie ends exactly 1 hour from when he said that. Isn't that incredible?
You know those guys on TikTok who are like, oh, have you ever heard this, like, the conspiracy of the... No, really, what is it? That's what that moment just felt like right there.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Jordan Peele's the man. Oh, speaking of Jordan Peele, he did a revamp of Twilight Zone. Did you know that?
Is that official? Like, is it out?
Oh, it's been out.
Is it
been
good?
out.
Is it good? You've been watching it?
I'm done.
Is it like...
it.
How many episodes?
He doesn't. He's not doing it anymore. But
so that's like a Black Mirror ordeal. How many episodes?
Dude, Black Mirror is the little brother of Twilight Zone.
No. Well like, you talking about all-time Twilight Zone or Jordan Peele's Twilight Zone?
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Well, I agree.
Because here's the thing: Twilight Zone, the first one, great. Who was the guy? Ron Sterling, was the Rob Sterling? Something Sterling is the creator of the original one. That's like black and white.
Yep.
And all that. But Jordan Peele was like, all right, let me do this. He did it, and he killed it. Wow, English.
Damn.
Cinematography is like the same as his movies.
Okay. No, I have something to put on my list.
It's on Paramount Plus.
Doesn't matter. I'll find a way.
Yeah.
Or, no, for sure. Paramount Plus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but like, it's on Paramount Plus, and it's pretty much structured just like the old Twilight Zone. If you've ever seen the old Twilight Zone, yes, and it's incredible, and I'm so glad that he did that. But then he stopped after COVID, which really pissed me off. But it's so good.
Did he ever say if he'll get back into it, or has he said he's done?
No, he's not doing it. He's not doing it anymore.
How many episodes were there? Do you remember?
I can't. But there's enough.
Okay.
There's enough for you to be satisfied. There's some miss episodes, like the old Twilight Zone had some miss episodes, but like for the most part, slays. It hits. It's incredible. And I love it.
So, for movie, let's go Nope. I don't think Nope's gotten
Nope.
enough. I've been talked about enough.
Yeah.
I put that on one of my posts for movies and or shows that I've seen.
Mm-hmm.
That's solid. That's a solid recommendation.
Do you want a TV show? Because
let's go TV show for the people.
I mean,
Stranger Things.
I love Stranger Things.
But
but
everybody knows Stranger
I can't do that
Things.
though. So I'll pick a different one.
Okay.
All right. If you have me on another time, I'll talk about like my other movies that I love.
Yeah.
Because like there's so many movies that I love.
Yeah. No. You're a natural with the mic. Hell yeah.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
So TV show. Right now, may sound weird, and like for the people who know me, they know. But Big Brother is my thing. It's on CBS.
Big Brother.
It's the reality TV show where everybody's locked in a house, and every week they compete for power, and they get. It's like.
Oh, is it like a Love Island?
It's like a Survivor, Love Island.
Yeah.
And it's very cliche, but I'm like invested in that show. Yeah. And it's a very good show.
That's respect.
And I love it. It's a great show. Because there's not many shows that I watch other than that. I watched Outer Banks recently. I know I'm a little late on it.
I'm late too. It's on my list.
Yeah.
I know some of the main things that happen, but
yeah. My favorite sitcom is That 70s Show.
That's all I've seen.
So
I've seen
funny,
plenty of episodes before going to bed or waking up early in the morning.
Yeah.
But
they're so funny.
All time in order. I've seen The How I Met Your Mothers. I've seen Friends. I've seen.
I like Friends too.
I've seen Parks and Rec. I've seen The Office.
I feel like Friends gets too much hate. It's so relatable, to be honest. Well, at least for me.
Too much hate. I think it's a perfect balance between love and hate with that show.
Yeah, because it's the most popular sitcom of all time.
Yeah.
So it's like.
Yeah.
You're gonna have it's like the Yankees, the most popular team in baseball. So
everyone's gonna hate on them.
Everybody's gonna hate them. A lot of people are gonna love them. So, yeah, but I'm trying to think of like another show I'm watching right now. But like literally, Big Brother is the only one I'm watching, and I still need to catch up on it. And what it is, it's like, it's not necessarily like, oh my god, like there's a crazy storyline behind it, because it's a reality TV show. It changes every week, and it's just a game. And I love that. It's like a strategic mind game with 16 different people. And it's great.
Right.
And it's been on this is season 24. So if you want to binge
season 1.
No, God, I wasn't even born when season 1 was.
No, I was about to say. You can still go back and watch.
Absolutely. Paramount Plus, another one.
Yeah.
It's like I worked for them.
Yeah.
But no, they're I love that show. Obviously there's seasons that are better than others.
Yep.
As with other shows, but
absolutely.
But like you can even get down and talk nitty gritty about it. Like a person's specific game is better than another person's specific game. Winners are better than other winners. I don't know if you like have any idea what I'm talking about.
No, I mean, I've never seen the show,
So
but it doesn't feel like you're explaining it the best possible way.
yeah, so at face value, what it is people get locked into a house, like I said.
Yep.
16 different people. All who don't know each other, don't have any connection to the outside world. They're taking their phones, everything. Isolation, pretty much. And what they have to do is they play in competitions. One of them is called the head of household. So what they have to do is they have to win a competition to gain power. So with that power, if you win that competition, you get to take 2 people from the house, other than obviously you, and put them on what they call the chopping block.
Yep.
So it's like people who are put up for eviction is what they call it.
Okay.
So to eliminate them. Then those 2 people, the head of household, the guy who won the first one, guy or girl, wins the first one, they go in with 3 other people who are selected by random chance, and they play another competition to see who they want to take off the block.
Wow.
And then if they take somebody off the block, they don't have to use it. If they use it, then the head of household has to pick somebody else to go on the block. If they don't use it, it stays the same. And then it's a live eviction where the house guests vote on who they want to see go. And then it progresses like that every week until you get to the final 3.
Yeah.
And then they do like live competitions there. And then it comes down to a final 2 based on who wins the 3-part HOH at the end. And then people who made the second half of the game vote on the last 2 people based on questionnaires, game, relationships, whatever, to see who wins $500,000.
Wow.
Yeah. And they vote on the end.
Where are they right now?
Tonight is the finale of season 24.
Oh boy.
Which is very, very weird.
Yeah.
And I still need to catch up, so I can't even watch it.
Okay.
I can't even watch it.
Yeah.
But it's really a great show. It's a grind. It's not for everybody, so I mean, I'd be, for some people it's just not for them. And I totally get that. But for me, it just hits. I started watching season 18 is when I started watching it live. I've gone back and I've watched other seasons because of that. And ever since season 18, I've watched 19, 20, 21, and now I'm in 24, and it's a great show. It's a great show.
Jit album.
Big
Brother.
Absolutely.
Words? Nope.
Yeah.
Any words of advice for the people before we get you out of here? You've been absolutely fantastic, by the way, and
thank you.
Very generous with your time, so I appreciate it.
Yeah. I got nothing to do. And I appreciate you having me. I would say, kind of related back to what we said before, and I mean it's kind of cliche, but be yourself. Figure that out before anything else, because then that's how you have a better lifestyle. That's how you feel better about yourself every day. Not worrying about other people, worrying about yourself first, so that you can then worry about those people that you do care about. And I learned that, not the hard way, but I learned that recently, especially during COVID, where I was stuck in a house. I didn't get to see anybody. It was it gave me time to self-improve, and when I learned how to truly appreciate myself and the person I was, is when I learned how to respect the people around me and actually build meaningful connections with people. So that's definitely what I would say.
That was very well said.
Yeah.
That was beautifully put.
Thank you.
I think that this was a fantastic conversation, my friend.
Absolutely.
I can't wait to have you on again. This is something we'll definitely do again for sure.
Absolutely. You know how to hit me up.
Yeah, no, you were great. I hope you all enjoyed.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to be a bore.
Oh no, you were great. This was great. Beautiful Sunday here. Once again, nice Bengals win, so that's always nice.
JETS. LLL.
With that said, hey, please make sure. Hey, if you made it this far, hats off to you. I really appreciate the support. If you're watching on YouTube, please leave a like. I cannot stress that enough, or else you have bad breath. I will never stop saying that. Make sure you subscribe on YouTube. We're on the road to 100 subscribers, so we're almost there. Just one click of a button. You don't have to sign up for anything. All you gotta do is just click the button, boom, you're subscribed. And if you're listening and or watching on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or if you get your podcast, please make sure you follow. The support is always it's always important.
You
and
can
it's
even
always
drop
great.
a comment. Comments are fun.
Comments
too.
are great too.
Comments
Comments are fun.
I'll read them. I'll read them. If you say I'm ugly, that's all right.
Absolutely awesome. Once again, you guys are awesome. The fans,
Yes.
those who listen, watch, really appreciate it. This has been episode 28. My heart is with you all. And with that said, ciao for now. Peace.